good?
Oh yeah. So the last I checked, I'm 5'6", which is a
So it's
limit
good.
for men.
So it's good in
Women
the
is
military.
5'4", so I can still go. Even my dad was there.
Was
I'm
he?
a Wasan.
Oh, really?
I'm sure those days we're not really using the
Yeah,
height.
they were not paying attention to
Now they've pegged it at 5'6", which I'm okay to go. So yeah, just that my age won't help me at this moment.
Yeah. But you're actually fit though, even for your age. Yeah. The first time you told me your age, I was whoa.
Well, they wouldn't consider that whether I'm fit or not. Anyways, it's the 8th day of the 8th month. I'm glad to be back again. It's a Monday. I have this quotation from, the Commonwealth Games that is ongoing at Birmingham 2022.
Yes.
One of ours, the name Deborah Aqua, she got her visa the last minute, I think 2 days to the event itself. And when she came in, this was a message she put out, that I will do what I can. And like I said, won't you use this as an excuse to not perform because I'm a different type of person? Maybe I might be able to endure or to manage. I think I'll be good. And at the end of it, Ghana has a long jump for the first time in the history of Ghana. This woman, I'm talking about Deborah Aqua, she has received become the first Ghanaian woman to win a long jump medal at the Commonwealth Games.
Wow. Even though
she got bronze. Was late. So actually nearly getting the silver until she was overtaken by the Australian. But she did well. Yeah. She got bronze. Essentially what I'm trying to say is that you should just manage your expectations. Everybody should manage expectations. The week has started, the year has started, gone down 8 months down the line. You might be agitated, a bit edgy, thinking that Charlie, and no, I we're at Kwame Nasser's Howard.
Okay.
His naming ceremony, his son's naming ceremony. Wow. By the way, he's called Kobe J. Howard.
Wow, that's a nice name.
I had to MC it for him yesterday. And Charlie, some of the old boys, our classmates, 2022 registered. And Kwame called me, Charlie. I said, you are CBJ no more. I mean, but then again, I think you should just manage expectations. Okay, just live within your means. And as much as we're in the world of aggrandizement, everybody's economic aggrandizement, everybody's chasing for something extra. We're not saying don't do that. Make sure you're fulfilled. You're happy with yourself. Just manage your expectations, essentially. That's all that I have for you this morning.
Thank you, dear.
And
we appreciate. We really appreciate. I really got my message from that. Thank you.
Stress after the naming, I had to rush all the way from Sakumono to a Dawe top base for another event. One Madam Julia, she happens to be the general manager for Amalina Children's 7. Nanama McBrown was actually there. She's the brand ambassador for them.
Yeah.
She was there with Maxine and all for an event to be her birthday party. So her husband had to plead with me to be there, so I just can't.
Wasn't not the woman you wished last week? Oh, okay.
The husband is Thaddeus Presence.
Oh, but then we wished them together. So why did you go with them? Don't be doing that. That's not fair. I don't know. We wish people here. We say nice things to them, and then when the gifts
you wish yours
come
and I wish mine. We don't wish it together.
When the gifts.
So
I
this one is not a gift. I sacrificed my time to be there.
No, but it was fun. You enjoyed yourself, right?
Not really fun. I was actually tired the whole day
but
because
I've
left home like 8 o'clock and I go back home after 9.
You really look tired.
Yeah, Charlie, forgotten country, but we are here again this morning, so we just have to be here. Yeah. Forgotten country as always.
That's true. So it's a Monday and it's Power Pack today. We have a lot. We have the usuals. Sweet Agenda is going to be on. We're going to get into the kitchen with her, and then we'll come back to do Matters Arising. There are lots of things in the news, so we'll come back to do Matters Arising. So if you feel strongly about any of the things we're going to discuss or what you're feeling this morning, Healthy Morning is always interactive. We are live on YouTube. We are also active on our WhatsApp platform where the numbers are the right hand side of your screen. You can start sending your messages, your thoughts, comments, and then we'll read them on the show. And then we'll come back to do Stay Alive. And today I'm going to have a conversation with an optometrist. She is Dr. Rahel Kusi Akusa, and we'll be talking about cataracts. It actually is one of the common health problems, and a lot of people do not really know about it because the symptoms are not clear. Cataract. The victims, the symptoms are not clear. They are not visible. Okay. It stays with you for so many years before you can realize that cataract is setting. It looks like the only treatable, the viable treatment you can have for yourself is surgery. And
wow.
Yeah.
I see.
In as much as you can prevent it, when it comes to treatment, surgery looks like the viable option.
I think a friend of mine at the just like we were talking about the events, commissioning ceremony, I was talking about the same thing. He said his father also lost. First, initially, it was the one, it was the right eye. Then, all of a sudden, the left eye is also gone completely. Exactly. So it's completely, and they saw it very late. Very late. So I'm thinking that could be very one of those.
It's very late, and the older people are actually prone to this more.
He's now 80 years, unfortunately.
So the older, I think, as you go, I don't really know the correlation how it correlates with old age and that. So
and I hear that he's through surgery too. At the time they saw it, there was no way surgery can cure it. So he just has to lose the sight.
You lose the sight and all that. It's serious. It's a very serious health condition, that eye problem that today we're going to look into with an optometrist. And then JK is also going to be on.
Going to take a rundown of all the activities that went down over the weekend. Going to treat that and more right here on the show. Well, you mentioned the lady's name. Kusi reminds me of Reverend Kusi, Thomas Kusi Apia. Today's his birthday, actually. And I don't know whether I was thinking my day is going to end a bit early so that I go rest, but his birthday party is also today, 5 p.m. Yeah, we'll see about that. Happy blessed birthday from the entire team of Hstv. I mean, he's a known face here. He's more like one of our staff. He's on Aware Quinto, he's on Healthy Morning, and there's always around here. He comes on
Mapumudinti
as well. And the entire team want to wish him a happy blessed birthday. We're going to have, we'll try and sing, if possible, for him when we're done with Sutajeli, before matters arise. But happy blessed birthday to you, man of God. He's a counselor, he's a lecturer.
Security analyst.
He's
a pastor.
Many parts. So happy blessed birthday to you from the entire team here. So okay, so that's about way of introduction. Thanks again for being part of the show. The show is currently sponsored by Prudential Life Insurance. Always listening, always understanding. And we'll take a quick detour at this moment. When we come back, we'll get into the kitchen with Suta Jelly, and then we'll be back to do Matters Horizon. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Dr. Andrew Akutu. I'm the Managing Director of Hstv Funeral Homes. Hstv Funeral Homes was established to provide modern, state-of-the-art and comprehensive funeral services. If a family lost a loved one, everything became a do-it-yourself affair. But Hstv Funeral Homes was established so that everything that has to do with the funeral, from the time a person dies until they are buried, can all be done and made available in one place. And at all times, to emphasize the importance of treating the body of the deceased with the utmost respect and dignity. Hstv Funeral Homes provides any and all services that have to do with funerals. Hstv Funeral Homes will recover the body from wherever the death occurred, embalm the body using the most modern techniques. We will keep the body or store the body in our state-of-the-art refrigeration system for as long as the family desires. Nearer the time of the funeral, we will prepare and dress the body up for the funeral. We provide transportation, namely ambulances and hearses, to convey the body from one place to the other as the family may wish. We also provide on our premises the services of an interdenominational chapel where the services can be conducted. We also have the only modern crematory in Ghana at the moment, which services not only Ghana but also Cote d'Ivoire. We also have a cemetery, one of the only two privately managed cemeteries in Accra at the moment. All it takes, literally, is one telephone call and perhaps 2 visits to our premises for everything to do with the funeral to be arranged for you. There are several funeral plans on the market. Most of them are based on the premise that when the insured person passes away, the insurance company will pay an agreed sum of money to the bereaved family. Often enough, the sum paid to the family may not be sufficient to cover the basic needs the family requires. That is where the Prudential Dignity Plan comes into its own and is significantly different, because what the Prudential Dignity Plan ensures are the services that will be required, so that it does not matter whether 5 years or 10 years after the insurance was taken, those services will be provided regardless of the fact that the costs may have gone up. Once you are insured, your services are covered. It doesn't matter how long before the death occurs.
Dignity Farewell Plan from Prudential Life Insurance, in partnership with Hstv Funeral Homes, is providing families with over a decade of experience and peace of mind when it comes to saying goodbye to your loved ones.
Sweet team, welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Achele. I am so excited to be with you all today, and I hope everyone is doing wonderfully well. In today's video, as you can see, we're making milk and white chocolate, but we will be using our homemade milk powder. Let's get into it. So I have some powdered sugar, cocoa butter, cocoa powder, homemade milk powder, and some salts to taste. You will also need a chocolate mold, okay? So in a double boiler that we're going to set up, we will add our cocoa butter and allow it to melt. To that, we'll add our powdered sugar and salt, mix well. Then we'll go ahead and add our milk powder. Mix that well. Then finally, we'll add our cocoa powder, which is unsweetened. Now, if you're using sweet cocoa powder, then be sure to watch the sugar content that you add, okay? Next, we'll scoop it into our molds. Once everything goes in, we're going to spread it out nicely, then tap it to get rid of any air pockets. Next, we're going to place this in our refrigerator for about an hour to set. Then for our white chocolate, we need milk powder, cocoa butter, sugar, and salt to taste. Now, we're going to do the same process. Melt our cocoa butter. To that, we'll add our sugar and salt. Mix it well until there are no lumps. Then finally, we're going to go ahead and add our milk powder and mix it very well. Now, I like this to be a thicker consistency, okay? So once everything is nicely mixed, we're going to put that in our molds, tap it off for excess bubbles, and then put that in our refrigerator to set. So what are we gonna do now that our chocolate is setting? Nothing? Well, why not do the dishes? Alright, y'all, so I'm just going to quickly insert this clean up in this video while I tell you alternatives to cocoa butter. So if you can't find cocoa butter, you can use shortening, you can use ghee or coconut oil, also butter. Now the problem with using butter and ghee and coconut oil is that they will melt when it's at room temperature at times, but shortening will not and cocoa butter will not. But at the end of the day, it's totally up to you. Use whatever type of fat that you think is good for you. Oil is a no-no because it will never get solid and you will just have a running mixture. Okay, but cocoa butter will give you that very nice, intense cocoa flavor. Even in a white chocolate, I don't care for it, but when you use cocoa butter, it helps you get a bit of a chocolate flavor, because as we all know, white chocolate isn't really chocolate. Okay. All right, y'all, we are all done with cleanup, so let's bring our chocolate out. Moment of truth. It's looking good so far, y'all. Ta-da! Our milk chocolate is ready. So tasty, y'all. And the best part is you know exactly what you put in there. Now let's check our white chocolate. Looking good as well. So for those of you that like white chocolate, it's even more simple and less ingredients. Just too sweet for me. I know I'm sweet jelly, but I really don't care for white chocolate. But if you do, there you have it. I hope you're gonna try this recipe and give me your feedback. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. This is Sweet Jelly. Thank you so much for subscribing. And to the sweet team, y'all know I love you. Until I see you in my next video, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of family is life's greatest blessing. Bye, y'all.
Dr. Andrew Akutu. I'm the Managing Director of Hstv Funeral Homes. Hstv Funeral Homes was established to provide modern, state-of-the-art and comprehensive funeral services. If a family lost a loved one, everything became a do-it-yourself affair. But Hstv Funeral Homes was established so that everything that has to do with the funeral, from the time a person dies until they are buried, can all be done and made available in one place. And at all time, to emphasize the importance of treating the body of the deceased with the utmost respect and dignity. Hstv Funeral Homes provides any and all services that have to do with funerals. Hstv Funeral Homes will recover the body from wherever the death occurred, embalm the body using the most modern techniques. We will keep the body or store the body in our state-of-the-art refrigeration system for as long as the family desires. Nearer the time of the funeral, we will prepare and dress the body up for the funeral. We provide transportation, namely ambulances and hearses, to convey the body from one place to the other as the family may wish. We also provide on our premises the services of an interdenominational chapel where the services can be conducted. We also have the only modern crematory in Ghana at the moment, which services not only Ghana but also Cote d'Ivoire. We also have a cemetery, one of the only two privately managed cemeteries in Accra at the moment. All it takes, literally, is one telephone call and perhaps 2 visits to our premises for everything to do with the funeral to be arranged for you. There are several funeral plans on the market. Most of them are based on the premise that when the insured person passes away, the insurance company will pay an agreed sum of money to the bereaved family. Often enough, the sum paid to the family may not be sufficient to cover the basic needs the family requires. That is where the Prudential Dignity Plan comes into its own and is significantly different, because what the Prudential Dignity Plan ensures are the services that will be required, so that it does not matter whether 5 years or 10 years after the insurance was taken, those services will be provided regardless of the fact that the costs may have gone up. Once you are insured, your services are covered. It doesn't matter how long before the death occurs.
Dignity Farewell Plan from Prudential Life Insurance, in partnership with Hstv Funeral Homes, is providing families with over a decade of experience and peace of mind when it comes to saying goodbye to your loved one.
Okay, so you welcome back from the break. Just gone by was Hstv Jelly teaching us how to do our own homemade chocolate, whether white, whether brown chocolate. You can still make it at home. But we also saw Stephanie was like, we are not just you are depriving a Ghanaian chocolate, you know. A friend is saying, kiss by a golden tree. You are depriving us of also buying them and then helping the economy. But at times you have to do your homegrown solutions also. Yeah, more like, see, when you feel like you're doing it, like lately I've been doing my own burger. I don't need to walk out of the house, go buy burger. When you learn how to do it, you enjoy it at home. Yeah. Yeah, you have to enjoy yourself more. Anyways, you're welcome back. We're about to get into Matters Horizon, the segment where we discuss all the stories that is making around on the dailies and some portals as well as some websites also. So before we get into that though, this is the time to wish the birthday. So I want to say happy blessed birthday to Apostle Thomas Kusiapia. You are a leader of the church. You're also the security expert. You're also a lecturer and a counselor as well. A man in many parts, and the entire team here at Hstv want to say happy blessed birthday to you. So happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Yeah, baby. Ule. Yeah, Arne Eldin Shada. Ule. You're celebrating your birthday today. Happy blessed birthday to you. And about the party, we'll sure do well to be there to join you celebrate today. All right. So have a good one, man of God, and may the oil continue to be upon your head.
And we pray for God's wisdom, because it looks like the young, the old, everybody comes to you at all points in time. So because you're good in all aspects.
August borns are heroes. So he's a hero. So hero apostle Thomas Kusiapia.
Nyame shall be bringing the Dawa Kumasubiano, Nyame on your mauna, on be a quantum amount, no Fanyan Sane, in Shwani and Dumu. Bible saying, Nyame Sem Shwan and Manify or the four. It's the own Dumu, the Dawa Kumasubia, and they are making Obia, or Beben Ubia, Penio, Akola, Ubi or Beben Ubiano. Nyame and shall be renowned to me fan shrine na.
Amen.
Happy birthday.
Alright.
Yeah. I want to say a happy birthday as well to my cousin. She is doing a planch. She's a rich auntie. Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
Anything you want, just call Edwina and you go get.
Sir?
Yeah. So blessed birthday to you, Edwina. Because it's not Odali. Odali Bibi. We already have Odali, who is also a cousin, so she's Odali Agbo, and we call this one Odali Bibi.
No, okay.
So blessed birthday to you, Edwina Planch, and God bless you as well. Everything that you want in this life, may God give that to you, and may God bless you in all endeavors of life, and may He keep you, go from grace to grace. Yeah. So the anointing of God should also be on you all the time. So happy birthday to you. From me, from the family, from everybody. We love you and happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I'm guessing this is your maternal cousin, not
Yeah,
your
this is my maternal cousin. This is my her mom and my mom would die.
Other side now,
I know, right? This yes. So.
V. That lady, and then.
This is a daddy baby. This is a daddy baby.
Okay, all right. So, in case you also celebrate your birthday today, the 8th of August, happy blessed birthday to you. To everybody else, if today's your birthday and you know somebody celebrating their birthday today, just say that we are wishing them a happy blessed birthday. Okay, all right. So let's move away from the birthdays and check into our dailies for today. We'll start off with a find-out this morning from Elvis Darko and his team, and the banner headlines this morning says Upper East gets 37.6 million euro water project, and to provide water for 347,466 people. Danado is there, the man there to commission, and you can see him on the front page taking a sip of the water he commissioned over there at the Upper East region.
Yeah.
We have a similar story in the Northeast where he rather commissioned something different, but so this one he was there to commission the water. So it's like for the past 1 week he's been going around commissioning a lot of things. Yeah, he commissioned the Sunyani first phase of the airport. He's going to the north,
the Ashanti region as well.
Exactly, he went to the Ashanti region, and now he's in the northern region also commissioning a lot of stuff over there.
Him and then Dr. Baumia as well. Commissioning.
Yeah.
Dr. Baumia is in the news as well, commissioning the school complex.
Yeah, that one was actually a product of Chief Imam Shaributu.
Yes.
So he was there to do that. So actually, that's the next story I'm going on to. So Dr. Baumia commissions Osman Nuhu Shaributu Central Mosque School Complex, and I think we picked the story earlier. So let's quickly get into that one, and then we'll move on with the rest of the story. So it looks like the man. He's now a centenarian, yes. He's over 100 years now, so 103 or so. Celebrated 103 years, so he's still strong. And just at the recent event, I saw him still seated, and I wonder how he's even moving around. He's able to move around and
I'm sure
normal.
with help and all of that, but
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well at his age. He's a really blessed man. I'm happy to also share my birthday with him, so it means that I'm going to be blessed too.
Amen.
I tap into his blessing.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I really want to see you grow old. I really want to see you grow old.
Hey, you should come and marry me then.
Because do I have to marry you before I see you grow old?
Yeah,
I mean, it's just nice knowing that I know Mr. Parker Bainey that old, also a centenarian. I mean, I'll just love to see that. I don't need to marry you.
Come, but some would come on a
You're the second wife.
But you're already a TV wife. The difference is not too far away.
Get into the story. Commissioning of school complex.
I'm struggling to even get the story right.
Oh,
now.
really?
Okay, so,
let me help.
Let me see.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So maybe if I don't find it,
okay, you can do the other story. So
Okay. All right. So back onto the find out.
Okay, I just saw that.
You found it.
Chief Imam built school mosque for Ablikuma Joma. It's after Ablikuma actually. I know that area. So the National Chief Imam Sheikh Usman Nuhu Shaributi has constructed a mosque and an Islamic basic school at Ablikuma Joma in the Greater Accra region for the Muslim community. The one-story mosque and one-story Islamic school, which has dormitories and ancillary facilities, were funded by friends and admirers of the Chief Imam. Just friends and admirers. Wow. The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, inaugurated the project yesterday at an event that attracted Muslims from around the world, including the Imam of the Central Mosque of Abuja, Nigeria, Sheikh Prof. Ibrahim Makari, the leader of the worldwide Tijaniya, and then Khalifa Sheikh Muhammadu Manias, and the Khalifa Tijaniya fighter of Nigeria, and Khalifa Mohammed Sanusi Lamido. I hope I got their names right. Then other invited guests were also there. Nana Ajakuma Difie, who represented the Asante Hene Otunfo Seitutu II, the president of the National House of Chiefs, Ojiahoho. Oh, okay. Ojiahoho Yao Jibi, a retired Catholic priest, and then Reverend Andrew Campbell, and the leader of the Prophets and Spiritual Churches Council, Nakua Nazareth, and St. Jamson. Dr. Baumia said the charitable works of the National Chief Imam were aligned perfectly with the principle of service to Allah, community, and country, and that it had always been a pleasure to emulate it. He noted that the building of a school and the establishment of a mosque devoted to the glory of Allah were parts of the array of projects executed by the Chief Imam. Dr. Baumia said over the years, national development had been built on the back of education because it helped young people to define their socio-economic challenges to contribute to the establishment of a better nation. So that's
you know what is going on in my head?
Tell me.
We are a nation that does not honor our heroes that much. Even we had to celebrate one man all our years still until recently that the MPP came to power that decided that we should celebrate 6 men instead of one man.
3 years.
And so maybe he had a premonition that the whole world will be named after him. So let me just build my school and name it my school. He said, if you don't name me after anybody, I'm just kidding. That's a thought that came into my head when we were just reading the story. So I mean, see, I'm from to Super Ghana for the minimum. Like I say, oh, I'm a loving person. I'm a then, but they forget about me.
Oh, I mean, with all the presidents, we always mention their names. Even recently, John Evans
he's not a president.
Okay.
He's a chief imam.
Okay.
He's a chief imam.
But looking at him, looking at the legacy and all of that,
well, I was shocked
even living
if
for
after his death, something like that is not named after him, a street or something, a mosque or something like that.
But
I'll be shocked.
But we will remember.
Yeah, at least if you say school is a guarantee. So much to school, yes, that's his legacy. Yeah. And still on the front page of the Friday this morning, IGP urges churches to invest in security technology. I think this same call was made by the National Security when the jihadist attack started getting closer to us. The recent one was in Togo that about 11 people or 13 people were killed. So I think there was a memo sent to all the churches to invest in security personnel as well as CCTV cameras also.
And something he said actually when he was cautioning the churches was something that Apostle was here said some time ago. So saying that in his speech, I was really impressed. He says that a bit of it says that for that matter, the IGP suggested that church leaders, ushers, among others, must be trained on some basic skills in security, body language, and how to move people to safety, adding that the closed circuit television equipment and other security gadgets must be installed in church premises. So reading that as part of the story, I was like, Apostle Thomas Kusi appears the words have come to. I still keep asking myself, what happened to the See Something, Say Something campaign? Because I remember a producer said he tried the number some time ago and it was just doing beep, 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 beep. And
that is 999.
Yeah.
Really?
And this is a number this is a free toll number. See something, say something, and then you call it and it's doing beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, sorry.
What happens to people who find themselves in such situations?
Yeah, sorry. They didn't know you'd be calling.
Oh. Then I'm serious.
Well, if you Ghana with it. Well, the last story at the front page of the Final this morning says Ghana to host largest international petroleum conference. Comes with a picture of the MPA chief executive, Dr. Mustafa Hamid. And I was saying that I was going to acknowledge them for reducing the fuel a little bit. Remember the day that I said I went to Salama, I was on my way back after the funeral. And we saw that on the street. The popular one I buy has gone to 11.41. Now it has dropped to 10.49.
Well, I don't know what's happening. But
so, I don't know how come your fare was also some fares are being increased.
I didn't.
Because last week Friday we read the story that they were intended to even reduce it by 20% if there was a reduction.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
but there's been some reduction.
An increment. I don't know why there's an increment in the fare prices.
Anyways, well, that is a conversation. So there's International Petroleum Conference ahead of us, and Ghana is the one to host it. And Dr. Mustafa Hamid is leading the pack for that. So it looks like we are being recognized internationally for some good work we are doing right here in Ghana with our petroleum sector. So those are the stories on the front page of the Front of this morning. There are more when you grab a copy.
Okay, now let's get into the Daily Dispatch from Ben. I've seen it says that government not aware of any $7 billion judgment debt, and this is from the Energy Minister. And a bit of the story earlier says that the government has urged Ghanaians to ignore the minority in Parliament's concerns that the impasse between Eni and Vital and Springfield, Ghana, will result in a $7 billion judgment debt. In a statement from the Energy Minister, it said it is not aware of any judgment debt. On the impasse between the two companies, the government said disparities are anticipated by the petroleum agreements, which provide elaborate mechanisms for settlements, quoting that what the parties are engaged in are exercising their rights under the petroleum agreements and the laws of Ghana which govern them. The PAs provide mechanisms for dialogue, and if that fails, it also provides recourse to arbitration as well as the use of third-party experts. It's also noted that resorting to the law courts is an option. The use of these processes to resolve grievances are normal and are being used by parties specifically for that purpose. The so-called protracted impasse could therefore not have been occasioned by the Energy Minister, the statement added, reporting that indicated that any Vital challenged a decision of then Energy Minister John Peter Mewu for a unitization and unit operating agreements with Springfield, Ghana at the Sankofa and Afina fields. Yate.
Interesting.
Judgment that government is not aware. $7 billion. Achieved.
You're not aware.
Okay, then another story says that Afarijan, former EC boss on Ghana Card and voters, and he is saying a lot, and then I'm just getting scared when I look through what he's saying. I think I have a story here that says that the Electoral Commission decision to use the Ghana Card as the only source document for continuous voter registration can disenfranchise millions of qualified electorates, former chairperson of the EC, Dr. Kweju Afarijan, has stated. And speaking exclusively to reporters, he said with many Ghanaians finding it difficult to get their Ghana cards, making it the only form of identification for voter registration, was against electoral inclusivity, fairness and justice, quoting that Ghanaian citizens don't lose their citizenship if they are 18 years or older, but do not have the Ghana card. So the most question is, why make the Ghana card the only means of identification for purposes of establishing eligibility to register to vote? The longest serving chairperson of the EC in the history of the country was sharing his thoughts in the statement made available to reporters on the new constitutional instrument on voter registration, which has been laid before Parliament by the EC.
I mean, this same concerns has been raised by the minority also, that they don't seem to understand why the EC is bent on sticking to their guns. And I think I saw some story about a lawyer saying that Ghana is a peaceful country, but Madam Jean Mensah is making us lose our faith because the decisions she's taking with regard to the use of Ghana card as the only means of registration for the younger ones. So at least add something else. We have the passport available, which is another credible document that we have. It's ECOWAS registered. So at least, why still sticking on that we should still maintain the Ghana card? Well, a lot of these younger ones have to go through the stress of having to acquire a Ghana card at this moment. So when you're 18 and you want to vote and you don't have the Ghana card, it means that you can be part of the registration that is ongoing. Anyways.
That reminds me, I wanted to ask, is the app for the SIM card registration out yet?
She said second August. Second August.
So and the deadline remains August 13th. So what's
we will see. We should remind her when she comes back to tell us that the deadline has elapsed, because
even she couldn't meet her deadline.
On the current deadline call can say August 2nd. She's going to release it for us to start using. And she should come and stand there with the posture telling us that then.
Because I realized that a lot of experts are talking about the app and all of that, and some are saying that using the app, you have to have a quality camera because you need to take, because even sometimes when you're using you're taking the biometrics, sometimes when you're using it doesn't even capture. When you even get to the office, it doesn't even capture. You have to do over and over again. So this time around, if you're not using a very good smartphone to, with a high camera quality, I don't know how you can.
My question is, even those are the hinterlands, the rural areas that don't have even the smartphones. So how are they also going to do? They take them into consideration when thinking
how are we able to tell that, okay, I have my phone and then I'm taking how are you able to tell that this is not my hand? And this is Diego's, this is a fraudster, this is something. You get it? Because you're not asking me to take, you're using the back camera to take it. You're not taking my face, except you ask me to do this and it can't hold, you just need my hand. So doing this, so these are what experts are raising.
That will also go against you if you don't use your own fingers. That so
somebody can do anything. It has to be tried and tested. There was some.
That's why they said there was going to be some sort of education on it before it is finally rolled out.
Today is 8th. When is it happening? When is the education going to be intensified?
One shouting.
No, you've given a deadline, and then you mentioned yourself that the app is going to be out on the 2nd of August. Today is the 8th of August, and we are not hearing anything. But the deadline still
eventually, for the vanishing, you will see. It began with the. She claimed it was when she did a press conference. She said 2nd August. 6 down.
And I just hope they're going to add 5 days to the deadline, which is the 30th. So to get into September.
Trust me. There's the part where there's supposed to be some education on it also. Until that deadline or the actual 30th. Trust me. Anyways, let's move on from that. Akufo-Addo commissions Northeast RCC admin block, and the president Akufo-Addo on Saturday, August 6th, commissioned newly constructed administration block of the Northeast Regional Coordinating Council in Nalerigu as part of the working visit of the Northeast Region. Administration block of the Northeastern Regional Coordination Council is among 6 new administration structures being constructed for the 6 newly created regions and the second to be completed for use after the commission in September 2021 of the administration block of the Northeast Regional Coordinating Council. The administration complex was constructed at a cost of 17,647,543 cedis and 70 pesos. It will house all the departments of the Western Regional Coordinating Council and other institutions to ensure effective and efficient administration of the region. Speaking at the ceremony, President Akufo-Addo stated that the creation of the new regions will bring government closer to the people and also accelerate the process of social and economic progress in various regions. He noted, however, that we cannot build the regions without creating the institutions that will make regional development a success. And that is what we have begun to do with this building. President Akufo-Addo continued, the Minister for Local Government, Rural Development and Decentralization, Honorable Daniel Buche, was the very minister who saw the regional reconstruction, and that is why he has now been given the added responsibility of making sure that decentralization exercise, the devolution that we have seen in the administration of our state, becomes firm on the ground. Touching on the key projects in the Northeast region since its creation, he noted that 11 road projects have been completed in the Northeast region in my time, and 61 are ongoing. Reference has already been made to the work that has been done on the town roads in Nalerigu and Gambaga and Walwale, in the bridges that are being built in the area, and the developments in the various important road constructions that are in their region. So besides the commissioning of the admin block, you also made mention of some other projects that is ongoing that I've just listed. All right, so those are the activities happening in the Northeast with respect to the president's visit to that part of the country.
Okay, let's get into other news as regards to something that happened over the weekend with Kofi Adoma, who was returning from Kutunse to Accra on Saturday in the evening when unknown assailants attacked him and used sharp objects. We are saying sharp object because the police running the investigations have still not come out to tell us that it was a knife, it was this, it was that, but you can tell it was something sharp.
I saw the video of him being attended to in the hospital, and he had taken off part of his shirt and the slides. You could see that blood was
even there was one of the left eye just at the brow. Was that sad?
I don't know what warranted the attack though.
Right, we have no idea. But investigations are ongoing, and GJA is condemning the attack on Kofi Adoma. It says that the Ghana Journalists Association has condemned the reported attacks on the director of news of Accra-based Angel Broadcasting Network, Kofi Adoma Wawani. The incident is reported to have occurred on Saturday, August 6, 2022, when unknown assailants riding on a motorbike attacked him with sharp objects and tried to set him ablaze. Kofi Adoma was returning from Kutunse to Accra at that time. The GJA National Executive attended a 3-day retreat at Obosomase near Ebui in the eastern region, received the news of the attack and that with utter shock. We find the attack heinous and dastardly and call on the Ghana Police Service to launch immediate investigations into the attack. We also urge the general public to support the police in their investigations to bring the perpetrators to face the law, the statement added. And as regards to the attack on Kofi Adoma, we have the video, so let's take a look. We'll be back. Still receiving treatment from some nurses, and we're very sorry that it's very early in the morning we had to show you that, especially with the blood all over the bruises and all of that. But that was Kofi Adoma, a very unfortunate incident that happened to him over the weekend. But as the police is telling us that investigations are ongoing, so we are hoping that the unknown assailants will be brought to book and then justice will be served to the young man.
I'm just happy that in effect it has nothing to do with us taking his life away.
Right.
It could have been quite dire. We thank God that at least he's alive. So you get some medical attention, and within some few weeks he should be back on his feet again, doing what he loves to do. All right, so let's move away from that also and turn our attention to some road issues and still in the health sector. Poor road, lack of electricity supply, delay commissioning of 250-bed Sewa Hospital. And the hospital that has been built many years ago, it still hasn't seen any facelift, which is just almost complete actually, but no commissioning. Well, poor road network and electricity had delayed the commissioning of 250-bed Sewa Regional Hospital. Although the hospital is completed and ready to be operationalized, the road leading to the facility is yet to be constructed. A 250-bed Ashanti Regional Hospital was constructed by Messrs. Eurogate D Invest. The hospital is expected to serve as a regional hospital for Ashanti region and ease pressure on Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital. Facilities at the hospital include 10 theaters, intensive care units, delivery suites, specialist clinics, among others. The hospital also has a medical gas plant for production of medical gases. Although the hospital is fully completed and finished with equipment and machines, the hospital is yet to be commissioned and operationalized due to the poor road leading to the hospital connected to the facility to the regional grid. The Minister of Health, Kuku Ajimamenu, on the day's visits to the hospital said his ministry is mounting the needed pressure on the Ministries of Roads and Energy to construct the 1.2 km, that's kilometer road, and also connect the hospital to the national grid. We are waiting for a few things. We call them clients' obligations. The clients, which is government, should construct roads to access the facility from the major road to the hospital. We were working hard to see how best to get these done, Mr. Ajimamenu explained. Another hindrance to the commission of the hospital is electricity power, the sophisticated machines and equipment. Regarding this, the health minister stated that we are talking to the energy minister. We are looking for some extra money to be able to do that. I believe it won't take long. Here is virtually completed with all the machines. We are only waiting for construction or constant and continuous power so we can run the machines. I have continued putting pressure on the energy minister. The ministry is also constructing the Sewa Infectious Disease Center as part of the country's preparedness for future pandemics. And now it brings to the fore once again, how come the money to construct, not this only this current government, but the previous administration also, to construct facilities that is needed and important to the community, yet it's located in the bush, and access to the places is a difficulty. Most of the E-blocks that were constructed, we're told that it were located in some hinterlands, be somewhere. Access to that part is a difficulty for students. Saglema housing unit. I hear the road leading to the place is terrible. So how did they even manage to build the place so nicely without even thinking of making the road accessible? It doesn't
add up.
Charlie. Who is the idea that would be important to the community? Yet you forget that they need the road to get to have access to the place. So you don't do the roads, you finish the building, and then you expect them to walk on the commute with what? Horses to the place or what? Sometimes I don't get it. Is the road not supposed to be even the first thing you do to make the place even accessible? Or because those trucks that will be carrying the sand and blocks and all those things will destroy the road until you won't do the roads. You'll be jealous about the moment you know you are done. This Sewa government hospital is done. So what was stopping them from even when you know that you're near completion, Crampo, that's so you start to do the road. Ghana for you. Anyways, let's move on.
Okay, in other news, bus carrying smuggled prepaid meters seized by GRA officials in Kumasi. A bus carrying electricity prepaid meters that were allegedly being smuggled into the country has been seized by officials of the Ghana Revenue Authority in the Ashanti region. According to the officers, they intercepted the bus, which was carrying passengers and goods from Kumasi to Aplao in the Volta region at Leba, one of the busy bus terminals in the capital, on Friday. Some 117 prepaid meters hidden in the air conditioning units and other compartments of the bus were retrieved and seized by the officers. The bus was later impounded with all passengers on board and conveyed to the Ashanti Regional Offices of the Customs Division. Sector Customs Commander Assistant Commissioner Edmond Omare explained that the driver of the bus failed to stop when he was first stopped at the customs barrier at Kubiasi near Ejiso. The officers have also begun investigations into the incident. Meanwhile, officials of the Electricity Company of Ghana in the Ashanti region have also begun inspecting the meters to ascertain their origination. And according to the Ashanti Regional Public Relations Officer Grace Gashin, she says that, quoting, "If you need a meter, go to the ECG office. If you use an illegal meter, we will catch you, and when we catch you, we will fine you." So that is a caution from the Ashanti Regional Public Relations Officer, Madam Grace Gashin, that if you need a meter, do not use illegal means to get that. Once you are caught, you'll be fined and you face.
But no, there's a part where this is a prepaid meter.
Yeah, there's a prepaid meter that was smuggled.
So it's the act of getting it was illegal, but the machine itself is not illegal.
Well, investigations are being carried, are ongoing to find out.
In the period where a lot of people are agitating, asking for prepaid meters, and they are not even getting, they have to go and queue at ECG offices just to get meters. Some people are being able to smuggle it. Where did they get it from?
Where did they get it from? Good question. Be my guest.
Okay. Changes in security apparatus. Edward Asomani takes over from Edu Amanfo as acting National Security Council. That story came, I think, latter part of Friday evening. And so President Nando Dankwa Akufo-Addo has made some changes in the national security apparatus and appointed Mr. Edward Asomani, Deputy National Security Coordinator, to act as the National Security Coordinator with effect from Monday, August 8, 2022. So his position starts today. His duty starts today. The confirmation of Mr. Asomani's appointment is subject to receipt of the constitutionality required advice of the National Security Council, given in consultation with the Public Service Commission. His previous boss, Ambassador Major retired Francis Edu Amanfo, who was the National Security Coordinator, has been reassigned by the President to act as Special Advisor to the President for the Accra Initiative. Remember, the Accra Initiative was instituted in 2017 alongside some other border regions around us to come together and help fight the jihadist attack and all that. So they think he has the capacity to handle that, so he's been reappointed to that. His former boss, Kweku Donfe, who was the Director General for NIB, has been reassigned as Ambassador Designate to the Democratic Republic of Congo. This was contained in a press statement dated Friday, August 5, 2022, signed and issued by the Director of Communications at the Presidency, Eugene Ahin. So that is the story with the new direction of how our national security coordination is going to be done henceforth. And Mr. Sumeni is taking over from his boss, Mr. Manfo, now as a national security coordinator. All right.
Okay, let's get into an interesting story here. Very positive. It says ease of setting up online business. Ghana ranks 5th on the continent. So Ghana has been ranked as the 5th country of the continent to have put in place systems to ensure the ease of entrepreneurs setting up online business, particularly an e-commerce business. This is per data contained in the United Nations Conference of Trade and Development Business to Consumer E-commerce Index report for 2020. Ghana, per the reports, gained a score of 51.9 points. The index scores 152 nations on their readiness for online shopping, worth an estimated $4.4 trillion globally in 2018, up 7% from the previous year. Countries are scored on access to secure internet service, reliability of postal services and infrastructure, and the portion of their population that uses the internet and has an account with a financial institution or mobile money services provider. Based on the survey, Mauritius retained the highest score in sub-Saharan Africa. In contrast, the 4 largest increases in index scores were recorded in developing countries, and Algeria was first, Brazil, then Ghana, and Lao People's Democratic Republic. So Ghana has been ranked number 5.
Well,
interesting.
I think in the wake of the COVID also, during the lockdown and all that a lot of people started setting up online businesses and all. So, and now recently also there's a new Registrar General's office that has been relaunched by the Attorney General, and Madam Awari is the head of that space, and it looks like they're going to revamp in terms of registration of businesses and all that. So that's a good information.
But online businesses are now taxed.
Oh yeah, because we got to realize that there's a lot of money from that aspect also, so they have to tax that place. Anyway.
Do something.
Well, let's just stick with business. Over the weekend, I think on Friday or so, there was another survey that came that Ghana has been downgraded by S&P to, I think, CCC+. And then this morning, Nova Report decided to look at the downgrade and what it means and its implications. So S&P Global Ratings on Friday, August 5th, 2022, downgraded Ghana's sovereign debt to CCC+/C, pushing the country's debt further into speculative territory. This is after it affirmed Ghana's sovereign debt at B- with a stable outlook in February this year. In its February rating action, S&P noted Ghana remains constrained by weak public finances, although recent commitment by the governing party to impose a 20% cut to discretionary spending, that is actually 30%, I don't know why they're using 20, will, under its projections, reduce expenditure by over 1% of GDP during the 2022. This implies, so this is the implication, this implies a 2.8% point narrowing of the headline cash general government deficits to 9.4% of the GDP in 2022, including arrears payments of 0.4% of GDP and energy sector transfers of 1% of GDP versus the government's projection of 7.9% of GDP for the overall cash deficit. It said. It, however, added that stepped up fiscal consolidation and solid growth should put debt to GDP to a downward path. And then, however, it's in August 5th rating action, S&P said its outlook for the country is negative, reflecting Ghana's limited commercial financing options and constrained external and fiscal buffers. According to S&P, the COVID-19 pandemic and the conflict in Russia have magnified Ghana's fiscal and external imbalance. Demand for foreign currency has been driven higher by several factors, including non-resident overflows from domestic government bonds market, dividend payments to foreign investors, and higher cost of refined petroleum products, the agency said. The nation has also been affected by lack of access to Eurobond markets, S&P added. So this is where we are. Unfortunately, the downgrading puts us at CCC+. Hitherto, in February, the rating was about B-. Just as they attributed it to COVID-19 and then Russia-Ukraine war, which has also affected us, and then lack of Eurobond markets. We're able to go to the Eurobond and then acquire that also. So all these has compounded us. And then the dollar rates also, because we don't have enough to purchase things that we need outside.
Yeah. Okay, another story is Ghana's Gold Coast refinery, first in West Africa to receive certification from Responsible Jewelry Council. The first gold refinery in Ghana, Gold Coast Refinery, which is the second largest refinery in Africa, has been named a certified member of the Responsible Jewelry Council, an affiliate of the London Bullion Markets Association. Gold Coast Refinery certification to the Code of Practices of the Responsible Jewelry Council makes it the first refinery in Ghana and the West African sub-region to be admitted as a member of the GRC, which is mandated with the responsibility of overseeing the jewelries and watches industry. Quoted that by the authority of the council, Gold Coast Refinery Limited is a certified member of the Responsible Jewelry Council for a duration of 3. Oh, it comes with a duration. 3 years. Yeah. According to the council, the refinery certification is in accordance with its 2019 Code of Practice, which is aligned with the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development's due diligence guidance, as well as the United Nations Guiding Principles of Business and Human Rights. So that's a brief of the story. It says that we've been ranked. We've received certification, so now we are part of the Responsible Jewelry Council. It's the period of 3 years.
So PMMC can go haywire, do whatever they want to do, because we have certification to back whatever we do with our jewelry here. Precious Mineral Marketing Company and PMMC, they are the body for that. Certification and all that, in case you want to venture into jewelry and all.
I should think about that.
Yeah. Let's get into celebration. And Lante Janwe ushers in Homo Festival. Cha Omanyaba. Yeah. The story says the chief and people of the Lante Janwe clan of Accra last Saturday ushered in the celebration of the annual Homo Festival with traditional rituals. The Lante Janwe clan, a division of the Asere Kotopon quarters of the Ghana state, is said to be custodian of the calendar of the celebration of the Homo Festival. Attendants were Pokwase Lante Janwe Manche ni Abiase France Wiku Manche ni France Franco Manche ni Clote Boy and Kaneshi Lante Janwe Manche ni Aite. The celebration by the clan opens the way for other areas of the Ghana state to celebrate the festivals in turns, with the Greater Gamashi scheduled to celebrate the occasion next. So Gamashi, you are next after that. The celebration witnessed the ritual of the sprinkling of pukwe and the traditional corn-based homobile by the chiefs and the pouring of the libation in the buoyant atmosphere of music and dance to rekindle union among families and usher in session of the merry-making. It also involved the firing of muskets in the traditional Ghana royal setting of native practice. The chief of Lante Janwe, Ni Lante Okanta, the second, led the traditional rituals as he sprinkled the kukwe in the various family houses as required to show gratitude to God, the ancestors, for all the bountiful harvest, and also to ask for blessings in the years ahead. He sprinkled the kukwe in some Aseri clan houses, including Plemowe, Frimpongwe, Agbonwe, Amusanwe, Metilwe, Odiasempawe, and Nilante Okunkawe. He called on the people of the Ghana state to unite and stop the installation of multiple chiefs in their various clans in order to move the Ghana state forward. That's a good call, by the way.
That will come at you way.
It's not way.
Way. Like a home.
Okay.
Just look at the sun way.
Okay. So way.
So we say Pakabeni way. Your house, your home, your family, that kind of thing. Oba photo.
White one.
Okay, let's talk about sad issues that happened over the weekend in the Ashanti region. Fire outbreaks, and wasn't a good one, and as a result, one person was killed and another in critical condition, as Ashanti region recorded 2 fire outbreaks in 24 hours. So fire has killed an 18-year-old boy, while a middle-aged woman is also battling for her life in 2 separate fire incidents in the Ashanti region. The incidents occurred on Friday and Saturday, August 5 and 6, 2022. The woman is receiving treatment at the Ankasi Methodist Hospital, while the Ashanti Regional Police have deposited the body of the boy at the morgue for autopsy. The boy was reportedly trapped while attempting to salvage some properties. The woman, her name unknown, was said to be asleep when the fire started on Friday morning around 1:30 a.m. at Ahinko in the Ifijakwabre South District in the Ashanti region. As residents in the 5-bedroom house ran for their lives, the woman was completely forgotten. Minutes later, she was heard screaming for help, but none could go back to rescue her. She, however, managed to go through the blaze, but was badly bent. She was quickly rushed to the Ankasi Methodist Hospital within the district, where she was admitted. The fire service, however, managed to douse the fire within an hour and a half. And barely 24 hours later, on Saturday around 2 p.m., Kronum in the Swami municipality also suffered a similar fate. And according to the regional PRO of the fire service, Divisional Officer 3, Peter Adai, the fire started from a nearby 10-bedroom plastic recycling manufacturing firm, spreading to adjoining houses and raising them down. According to him, the 18-year-old boy who was trapped was found on Sunday morning, adding that his body had been sent to the morgue by the police. According to DO3 Peter Adai, the fire team arrived on the scene at 3:51 p.m. and managed to douse the fire around 10:04 p.m. So that's a story as regards to one person dead, an 18-year-old boy, and then a young woman who is actually receiving treatment at the Ankasi Methodist Hospital in the Ashanti region for a fire outbreak in those municipalities.
Yeah, very unfortunate story there. On that note, we'll end Matters Horizon for today. But I've got a quick birthday message that I just chanced upon from a friend, Delali Koku Jansi. Your daughter is celebrating her birthday today. She's 16 years today. And he said, the message you sent to her is, my dear daughter, Jejom, I have watched you grow beautifully from the day you were laid in my arms 16 years ago. I thank God for your life, and I pray that He increases you, directs you, protects you, and bless you. Even though you are not around for us to celebrate our special way, I know you will celebrate none the less. And oh, happy birthday to me too. And today is also his birthday. So father and daughter celebrating their birthday today. So happy blessed birthday to you, Delali Koku Jansi. A very stubborn man, I know. Yeah, and to your daughter, who is very good. She's a very good girl, unlike the father. She didn't take the father's character, though they look alike though. So happy birthday to you too, Lord. See you at the corner, okay? Enjoy your birthday.
Okay, so it's a wrap for Matters Arise, but before we go, I just want to say a big thank you to Apparel V. I look fine this morning, I know, right?
Yeah, you look very pinky.
I love what I'm wearing, honestly. I met her on Saturday to take this, and I saw it even without wearing it. I love it. Our producer
couldn't keep his eyes off you the whole morning. I know. Because
so I want to say thank you to Apparel V. This is beautiful. I love what I've been wearing for you for some time, and I appreciate it so much. Reaching out to me, telling me you wanted to give me a dress, and you delivered, and I love them. Thank you so much. And viewers, if you're out there, you also want something as beautiful as this, you can reach out to her. She's located at Accra, after Blekuma. That's a little bit far, but it doesn't change anything. Distance is not a barrier. Now everything is online. We are taking use of social media, so you can reach out to her on Instagram. It's Apparel V, APPARRELVEE, Apparel V on Instagram. Or you can get to the page, you see my pictures there and know that you're at the right page, okay? Or you can also send her a message or call her via the number 0249 222-678, 0249-222-678. She can look at you, look at your form, your stature, get you something beautiful that will fit you, tell you what to wear, when to wear. She even has beautiful kente. So for your big day as a woman, your engagement day, she can get you something. Whatever occasion you're preparing for, just reach out to Apparel V or call her via the numbers, and she'll get you something as beautiful as what I am wearing. So thank you, Apparel V.
She's the apple of the producer's eye today, because she's looking amazing. Thanks to Apparel V. Thank you very much. And you decided to take the men out and supply the women alone. That's okay. Maybe if you don't know how to do that of men, you should learn and then do it.
Oh, she does that of men.
And just every day, we'll come here. Apparel V, and I see. She's
an amazing person. I have the opportunity to meet her daughter and her son, and it's such a lovely family. Like they really That's how I want to say it.
That's nice. Thank you very much for the support. We appreciate that. Okay. All right. Keep supporting one of our own and make it here the apple of our producers' eye all day. All right. We'll take a quick detour. When we come back, there's a lot of sporting stories to share with you, and the goddess of sports, will be here to deliver. Precious Azuma is up next with Sporting Minutes.
My name is Dr. Andrew Akutu. I'm the Managing Director of Hstv Funeral Homes. Hstv Funeral Homes was established to provide modern, state-of-the-art and comprehensive funeral services. If a family lost a loved one, everything became a do-it-yourself affair. But Hstv Funeral Homes was established so that everything that has to do with the funeral, from the time a person dies until they are buried, can all be done and made available in one place. And at all times, to emphasize the importance of treating the body of the deceased with the utmost respect and dignity. Hstv Funeral